Now, everybody seems to be constantly chasing Sony and Bose, especially when it comes to headphones. But what if I told you get 90% of the experience for a fraction of the price? These are the Edifier ES850NBs in a stunning deep brown finish. They boost a massive 92-hour battery life with a high-res audio, hybrid ANC, but are they a genuine Sony killer or just an Afrid mid-range pretender? Let's find out. So we have the box here, as you can see, Edifier, high-res audio wireless, LDAC, and these are the ES850NBs, wireless noise cancelling headphones. Let's get into it. So we have a box in a box. Ooh, very nice. So we get the carry case as well as a little user manual. Let's get rid of that. So we do get the user manual with a little bit of a warranty pack going on there. Nothing exciting. If you really want to look into that yourself, please do. And then we have the actual carry case itself. Nice felt carry case, hard on the top, hard on the bottom, which is quite nice. And then they've got the more Edifier logo going in there, and more of a bronzy gold, which is quite nice. And there we have it. So the ones we went for were the brown edition. If you do check the links in the video description, I believe they come in ivory, purple, brown, and black. I'm not too sure. The ivory is more of a white color, but that's what they went for. But I went for the brown because they just look a hell of a lot nicer. Look at them. Absolutely stunning headphones. Now, the box itself, we do have the right and left logo, so you can't go wrong. And then inside the pocket, we do have the silicone packet, which you're not supposed to eat. And then we do have a simple USB to USB-A to USB Type-C cable. Pretty standard, pretty basic. But anyways, the case itself, very nice, very strong, very reliable. So if you are going to be traveling a bit, this might come in handy, especially if you don't want them to get damaged. And of course, don't forget the silicone packet. Now, the headphones. Now, starting off, beautiful brown design, but on the metal accents, they have went for more of a metallic brown, which is quite nice. Nice little Edifier logo going on there, which is surprisingly which is etched in there quite nice. A little bit raised, which isn't too bad. We do have plastic design on either side of the clip-in, as well as on the top here. And then we do have the synthetic leather and a small amount of memory foam gone on top, which is actually quite nice. Now, left and right, we do have about 1.5 inches of extension, so they are going to fit a wide variety of heads, especially with me having a big head, which I've said many times in my videos. So the cups themselves do have over 90 degrees of swivel and tilt, so they are going to fit a massive range of head movements, which is quite nice to see. Now, on the predominant ear cup, we do have a few buttons going on here. We do have the USB Type-C port, LED indicator, and microphone. We do have the Bluetooth input, as well as volume up, volume down, as well as the media button in the center, pausing, playing songs, all that good stuff. And then on the opposite side, we don't have anything really going on. We do have the port at the top for like the noise cancellation, but that's about it. Now, normally they put like a little tag saying which is left, which is right, but they've actually got it on the inside of the cup going on there. As you can see just by my thumb, there is a little indicator there that tells you what it is. It took me a while to find it. So let's try them on. Ooh, not too bad, quite comfortable. I might actually adjust it slightly. They are quite comfortable. I'll have to admit, they are relatively quite comfortable. As you can see, they sit quite nicely on my head. I only have it on the second clip, I believe, so which isn't too bad. But they generally feel quite nice. So what we need to do is get them connected to the Edifier app and actually see what the app actually offers. So we'll do that now. So what we need to do first is actually download the app. So the app is called Edifier Connects, X on the end. There is a QR code on the back of the box, or you can just go through your iOS Android store. So I've got the app done. So what we're going to do is quickly open that up, and then we're going to get this sorted. So first off, allow this, go to settings. It's going to ask us to go to settings, allow Bluetooth, which is fine. And then what we're going to do is turn these on. So a little button in the middle, hold that down. The little LED indicator is going to come on. And there we go. So that's just come up connected. Connection successful. And there we have it. So we're all good to go. So what we can see from the app itself, don't need to worry about that. So at the front, we've got the Edifier ES850NBs. We've got the battery life of the device as well. We've got the noise cancellation controls. We have the sound effects as well as sound modes. So there's a few bits we can do. Hop over the settings, there's a few bits here. So we do have user manual, Bluetooth devices, touch to chat as well. So it does have touch capability. So the pads themselves is actually the touch area, which is quite handy. So in Bluetooth mode, touch and hold touch areas are the right ear cup for 2 seconds to enable and release to disable. So we've got that as well. So we've got different touch connectivities, and then we've got the control settings. So we can do high, medium, wide reduction, ambient sound, as well as noise cancellation off. Find my products. I don't know if you can hear that. So there we go. It does actually have a Find My Products, which I do quite like because I lose stuff all the time. Multi-point connection. So this allows you to connect to two Bluetooth devices at once, if that's what you want to do. Prompt volume, power off, Bluetooth settings as well as factory settings. So let's go for it. So active noise cancellation. We have high, medium, and wind reduction, whether you're using these on an outdoor area. Ambient sound as well as just noise cancellation off. And the sound effects, so we can use this depending on what you're going to be listening to, whether it's music or videos. We have classic high bass rock, and then we can actually customize it. So if we go over to the EQ, we can click the little plus sign, and it's going to allow us full maneuverability. So we have gain, we can mess around with that. We have the factory settings as well as the frequency. So if you are some kind of audiophile or you already have some pre-settings, equalizing settings, you can input them here and get a better experience for what you want them for. But if you want them for just playing some basic music and you don't want to mess around with settings, the classic heavy bass and rock are good enough. And we do have sound modes as well. So this obviously is predominantly whether it's music, gaming, or spatial sound. I don't really use spatial sound that often because it can be quite overpowering. So I normally stick to music, obviously, but if I am gaming on my phone, I'll go to gaming setting, which is quite nice. Now, we are going to try and do a little audio test, but it's going to be a little bit weird. I'm going to try and put my microphone central to the headphones and see if I can actually get a good audio test. I don't know how it's going to work, so you'll have to let me know in the comment section below, because me just telling you they sound great is kind of pointless, because you've just got to take my word for it. So we're going to try and do our best to get a little bit of a sound test. Let's try. So I tried to do the best I could with recording the actual audio. If you guys out there that are audiophiles that actually review headphones like this all the time and you have a better way of recording the audio, please drop it down in the comment section below. I'm more than happy to hear your thoughts. It makes my life a lot easier and allows me to test more headphones, because the amount of times I say no on a daily basis is getting quite troubling, and I'm trying to find better ways to record the audio. So one of the peak points is the battery life. Like I said, this battery life does last for 92 hours with active noise cancellation turned off. If it is turned on, it will still last 50 plus hours of usage, which is pretty good to me. So the headphones themselves are rated to minus 45 decibels. So with low frequencies, they worked quite well. So while I was editing or gameplaying or little things like that on my computer, I didn't get as much of the noise from the PC, which was actually quite nice. Now, I was really surprised regarding the gaming mode. I did not have high hopes for it, but it was extremely good, especially with the low latency. The gameplay matched to the headphones pretty accurately. So don't get me wrong, nothing is perfect. The physical buttons do feel a little bit clicky and the basic compared to the premium look of the frame. And when it comes to the Edifier Connect app, don't get me wrong, it's good when it comes to the EQ, but it's not as feature rich as some of the other brands like Sony or Bose. Now, if you're a hardcore audiophile who needs a 10-band Surge EQ, you might find the 4-band Present systems a little bit limited for your likes. But the thing is, we went through how they sound. They're high-res wireless certified, and they do support LDAC. So connectivity, these do come with Bluetooth 5.4 with Multipoint, so you can stay connected to your phone and laptop at the same time. And of course, the touch to chat feature. This, don't get me wrong, is pretty cool. Just hold your hand up to the right ear cup and it drops the volume and pumps in ambient sound so you can still talk to someone without taking them off or feeling a little bit ignorant. Now, if you want to pick up a pair of headphones that look like they cost £400, I suggest you check the links in the video description, but they are as good as they say. The battery life is pretty good to me. 92 hours of continuous playback without ANC on, but if you do use ANC, you will get around 50 to 55 hours, which still is pretty good, especially for me because I forget to charge my stuff all the time. Like, my camera is just about to die right now, which is quite scary. I have to say they are easily one of the best sets of headphones for money value. The gaming one, which was actually really responsive, which I was surprised about, and just downright the sound quality. They sound incredible. Listening to music or even editing my videos, I just felt like I was in my own little spatial world, which was quite nice. No, but like I said, I will drop a link in the video description if you want to go check them out. Just remember they do come in 4 different variations of colours, so make sure to go there to make sure to check them out as well. I do recommend the brown because the brown does look really good. No, but please do check the links in the video description. If you've got any issues, drop them down in the comment section below. Remember, if you guys are watching and you have a way of recording audio from headphones, please drop it down in the comment section below. I need a new way to record audio. But anyways, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Catch you in the next video.